Hi everyone, this is Professor Benjamin, and I'm just going to make a quick video for you for the roundup this week under food. So a lot of students didn't complete the posts, and I'm thinking that's maybe because you didn't get a chance to watch the film. The issue is that the film's required for the midterm exam, so somehow over this week, you're going to have to figure out a way to access the film. You can rent it through Amazon Prime. You can look online. There are ways that you can get the film through YouTube or good amounts of the film through YouTube. I'm sure there are some other ways that you can somehow access films through some online resources. It is usually at local libraries, so you can access it that way as well. But the film's definitely going to be required for the midterm exam, and I want you to make sure that you remember that you have to use examples from the film in the midterm exam answer that deals with fed up, as well as the fact that it has to be at least 200 words. So I'll be able to tell that from the answer that you create and post into the midterm exam portal. The reason I'm making a video roundup this week is because we do have a lot that's due next week, and time management skills are going to be at the utmost importance this week coming up. So number one, Fed Up dealt with a lot of the sugar issues that we have, but it really actually has to do with the food system in general, is that we have created it, or the government has subsidized an enormous amount of corn to be grown in the United States, both corn and soybeans. This all has to do with political pressure, big companies having big stakes in our government, swaying votes. All of that plays a huge role, lobbyists, all of that. So what happens is we grow an enormous amount of corn. Most of that corn is not for human consumption. It's either for our large operations of CAFOs, which are concentrated animal farms, and so to feed to cattle and fish to make them grow bigger, and as well as chickens to make them grow larger in a faster, shorter period of time. Because what are they eating? Sugar. Because corn is a sugar. And then what we do is, for humans, we do the same thing. We want humans to get fatter. Don't forget, why do we want humans to get fatter? Sometimes it's to drive pharmaceutical companies. So there's just lots of intertwining with our food system, and I think the reason I gave you this one was I just want you to be aware of it. You can act on it, or you could just at least have it in your head that we are as a whole are eating way too much sugar, and the sugar can be found in any processed foods that we eat. So it's corn is a sugar, and it's in the food that we eat because it's in different forms. So it's high fructose corn syrup, citric acid, maltodextrin, dextrose, maltose. All of these different things are corn. It's just reconfigured corn, and corn makes us fat because it's a sugar. So just keep that in mind as you're eating food, and it has created an enormous problem. And remember, even if you're skinny, if you're eating processed food, you are ingesting a large amount of sugar. Just think about how much sugar is in a soda, or how much sugar is in any of those drinks from coffee companies, all of that kind of stuff. Sugar is in everything we eat and drink, so we need to take note to that. So coming up this week, you will have your midterm exam, but you also have air pollution due. Now, air pollution is not on your midterm exam, but we do have to cover this session. So this week in class, we're going to cover air. You have an initial post due by Wednesday, response post due by Friday, and you have a quiz on air that's due the same day that your midterm exam is due. And if you look here, here's the midterm exam, here's the review for the midterm exam, and then I give you a walkthrough of the midterm exam, a video walkthrough. So I walk through the questions, so make sure that you get a chance to look at this. Reminder again, you want to prepare for the midterm exam before the midterm. So you want to type out all the answers and then just copy and paste the midterm exam answers into the portal. Please do this because you will run out of time. I know you're given 3 hours and one chance over next week, but please find some time to type out the answers before you do that. So really what the midterm exam is really copying and pasting answers in. And so the preparation for the midterm exam is actually well before the midterm, and that should be what you're doing this week. So you have a lot on your plate this week. I know you probably have a lot on your plate. in many of the other classes that you're taking. And this is why I gave you the midterm exam review. Actually, you can see it. It's right here under the sustainability session. So I gave it to you a couple weeks ago because I wanted you to start preparing for it, because I know this is a high stress week for everyone. Okay. So take a look at the midterm exam. Walk through, look at the midterm exam review. I even tell you where to find the answers for the questions. And then you'll have one chance over next week to take the midterm exam. You're given 3 hours and one chance over the week. I cannot give any extensions if your computer freezes or something happens. I really can't help you because it's not fair to all the other students in the class, okay? So please make sure you find a reliable internet connection. Think about what you have over the week. When's the best time to take the midterm exam? Set out a time now. I know the week is, weeks go by so quickly, especially when you're really busy and you have a lot on your plate. So set aside some time now and say, listen, this is when I'm going to prepare for the midterm exam, and then this is when I'm going to be able to paste all my answers into the midterm exam portal. Okay. Don't forget, you also have air due. So you have air pollution due. If you haven't used one of your dropped forms or quizzes because of other reasons in your life, then maybe this might be a week that you do that. You are given your 3 lowest forum posts and 3 lowest quizzes are dropped. So take that into account. If you're a very good student and you haven't used those up yet, then maybe this might be a week that you do that. Now, air pollution will be found on the final exam, and the final exam will be the same way the midterm exam is, so you will be given the questions ahead of time before the final exam. Of course, reach out if you have any questions. I hope that I can help you through anything. Please don't ask me the answer to a question, but I definitely can tell you where to find the answer. But I think the midterm exam review walkthrough will help you do that, okay? Have a fantastic week. Make sure you time management, okay? And reach out if you have any questions. Have a great week.